Hello and welcome to the Born Free live stream. I'm going to dive right into it. You can create your own economy. But like everything else, you cannot outperform your self-image. If your self-image is one of a person who depends on a limited and limiting income from a job that you're doing and that you don't really enjoy doing so much, then shifting your self-image to a person who generates their own income becomes the first step. You can never outperform your self-image. And I'm not talking about the superficial self-image, the person who dresses, talks, shows up in a certain way. I'm talking about the subconscious self-image. The subconscious self-image was created before the age of 7. Observe some of your self-talk. Observe what you think about yourself when you're on your own or when you do something wrong, and you may get a glimpse of what you really believe about yourself. So how can you shift your self-image from being an employee to being an entrepreneur? Both don't really coexist, or if they do, you're dividing your energy into two. It's like having one foot on one boat and another foot on another boat. And then while the ocean is nice and calm and there's no waves and no wind, you can carry on like that, but at best it's a compromise. And at worst, well, you can imagine what happens when a wave comes or when it gets stormy weather around, right? At worst, the boat sinks. So you can create your own economy, and that means taking responsibility. First and foremost, responsibility for shifting your paradigm, shifting your self-image. This is something you do inside of you. And the biggest shift you have to make is to realize that it's all on you. You're not just collecting a paycheck. You have to generate your own income. You eat what you kill, especially if you've been an employee for a long time. It's a very, very different world being your own business owner. And this is why asking yourself, what do I really want, is so critical. It turns your awareness inward and you're asking yourself, what do I really want? What do I really want to have, be, and do? As an employee, you don't need to get emotionally involved with your goal. It can remain in a state of reason and nothing changes in your life. But being true to yourself, to how you want to show up in the world, to improve yourself so that you can be of true value to others, and to understand and follow the laws that govern our spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical existence. This you don't do by waking up every morning and doing the same job, collecting the same paycheck, having your value determined by some external entity. You have to implement your self-image script that we uncover during the 5 days of the Born Free workshop. If you don't have an inspired goal, you don't have a direction that your life is heading towards, you're like a ship without a compass. You depend entirely on circumstances, conditions, and when they change, well, you get buffeted around. When you do find your goal, then it's time to take inspired action and never stop studying yourself. Just go forward step by step with all the tools that I give you in the 5-day challenge. There is that responsibility for your results that you have to take, but you don't have to do it alone. You can tap into that source that we all know is the source of everything. You're a part of that. You're never alone. You can do this, but you have to think about how to improve yourself. Now, this shifts your thinking from living from inside out rather than living from the outside in. I'm not living from this condition or from that circumstance, or this employer is no longer responsible for my results. And it's exciting and it's fun because there is no limitation on what you can earn and what you can do. And your results don't depend on what the stock market is doing or anything else. You have shifted your mindset. You know it has no effect on you. You don't need to know what's going on in the financial media. So what are the characteristics of a successful entrepreneur? Maybe these affirmations will give you a hint when they're solidly implanted in your subconscious mind. I create my own economy. I'm responsible for what I think, what I feel, what I do. I am persistent. I am disciplined. I am creative. I am inspired. I am decisive. I am powerful, and I am abundant. Your life, it's your life. Once you know what you want, shift your self image to match the inspired goal and create your own economy. Join my 5-day in person workshop if you've been stuck long enough. If all things you have tried have not given you the results that you wish to experience, you were born free to live free, not to fit in, not to hide, not to tiptoe through life till you safely die. You're a spiritual being, and spirit is constantly flowing to and through you, seeking fuller expression and expansion through your life in this wonderful physical world. How do I stop my negative thoughts? How do I come out of feeling stuck? I can show you how, and I can show you much, much more. I'll see you in Pitanga, March 18th. That's next Monday. Bye now.